Hello and welcome to Uncorked, the show where we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we're talking about I Killed Him in My Sleep. I Killed Him in My Sleep stars Abigail Bresli. Abigail Bresli kicks off her escapade by signing up for a sleep study. Not exactly a trip to the spa, but hey, money is money, and you get to sleep. Kelty wakes up from the sleep study with a nightmarish twist. She's having vivid dreams about committing murder, because that's exactly what you want when you wake up after thinking a night in what's supposed to be a clinical sleep lab. And now she's worried her husband Evan is going to leave her, which honestly, if she did murder him, he would have every right to pack his bags. The man Kelty dreamt about, he's dead in real life, and his cold case is reopened. Time to jump into detective mode. So our Nancy Drew decides to drag her BFF, Brianna, into this web of nightmares and twisted dreams. Meanwhile, Kelty is sleepwalking through life, which includes grabbing a hammer and wielding a knife in her sleep. Honestly, who needs a horror movie when you've got Kelty's nightly shenanigans? This leads Evan to suggest couples therapy and maybe locking the doors at night. It turns out the sleep study was a fraud. Dr. Sleep has a more dramatic backstory, including a sister who probably experienced her own wild sleepwalking adventures and died. As detectives start poking into the murder, Kelty realizes that she can't recall where she was 2 years ago, which isn't the best sign when you're in a murder investigation. Her best friend Brianna, who seems to accompany her everywhere, is actually a ghost. Yes, a ghost. Brianna died in a car crash 2 years ago, and now is just a figment of Kelty's imagination. Kelty was also the driver of the car. Desperate for answers, Kelty seeks out the sleep study doctor. He gives her a dose of the medication that set off her dreams in the first place, and Kelty's memories start flooding back. As the jigsaw puzzle of her past pieces together, we learn why she's been so psychologically wrecked. A night out gone wrong, where she was attacked in an alley, leads to a messy altercation with a man who died in her arms. She also remembers a cell phone ringing and suspects her cute coworker Parker is involved, thanks to the ringtone that sets her anxious nerves on fire. But instead of a confession, she gets blindsided with the revelation after getting contacted by the dead man's widow. The widow tells Kelty that she called her 2 years ago after the accident and said her roommate, aka Evan, was the killer. Evan realizes Kelty has regained her memories and tackles her in a fit of rage. He locks her in the basement and tries to set the whole basement on fire like it's a messed up Romeo and Juliet. Kelty wakes up in the hospital with burns all over her body, surprisingly rescued by the very doctor who wasn't capable of keeping things, ethical. Turns out he had been stalking her for different reasons. He wanted to say thank you for saving his life. As Kelty recuperates, it's clear that her life is one big mess, but now with the truth coming to light, her nightmares are no more. And that is I Killed Him in My Sleep. I Killed Him in My Sleep was Abigail Breslin's first Lifetime movie, I believe, and this one was a complicated one to keep track. Since she didn't have all her memories, the viewer is kind of like, what's going on? We don't really know either. So I think for that, I'd have to put a cork in it. But let me know what you think in the comments section below. And follow the show at Lifetime Uncorked. You can also follow me at Patrick Miguel. Lifetime Uncorked is a podcast with hundreds of episodes recapping Lifetime movies. Listen wherever you get your podcasts and visit lifetimeuncorked.com for full reviews. If you like this episode, please leave me a tip on Ko-fi, buy me a glass of wine, and I'll keep watching Lifetime. That's it for this week. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.